This video is on the desperation of Nigeria's government to impose computer-based tests on the National Examination Council and the West African Secondary School Certificate Examinations without consideration for four things. One, without consideration for the hardships and glitches trailing the computer-based test being conducted by the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board in its Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, leading to avoidable hardship and glitches, distortions, destabilizations in many centers, and while the problems associated with the computer-based test of JAMB, the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, conducting with CBT, the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME. While the problems associated with that have not been resolved, government is nevertheless bent on imposing computer-based tests on the West African Secondary School Certificate Examination and the National Examination Council, conducting exams for secondary school leaving certificate examination for Nigerian children. So that's the first area of concern, that it does mean that government does not care about the hardships and the glitches associated with UTME, Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, being conducted by the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB. In the second instance, and related, is insensitivity to lack of electricity, computers, and network in many towns and villages, or let me say in many secondary schools in towns and villages throughout Nigeria. No electricity, not to talk of computer and network. So why impose computer-based tests in the circumstance in which Nigeria still finds herself with pervasive lack of electricity and network, not to talk of computer. How computer will be operated in villages, in towns and villages, and many communities where there is no electricity. So that's the second concern. And in the third instance, also related, of course, anticipation of glitches, disruptions, improprieties. Government is less concerned. And so, to be anticipated in the fourth instance, more intensified efforts by saboteurs to procure fake secondary school leaving certificates. Fake certificates. Efforts at disrupting the system. In the same way that worsening mass abject poverty is fueling mushrooming armed bandit gangs. Worsening mass abject poverty, fueling mushrooming armed bandit gangs. So, when government is insensitive to what is happening in the life of the people, criminal activities are promoted. Inadvertently but surely. And so, this desperation to impose computer-based tests on our secondary schools while not providing electricity, computer, and network for the schools means that government does not really care. Anything goes. And that's the situation of Nigeria. So, what do you expect? Criminal activities, instabilities, disruptions, destabilizations, retrogression, including food insecurity in an agrarian country, blessed with arable land and water, suffering in the midst of plenty, just because government is ready to do anything anyhow without consideration for propriety. So